As Chief Marshal, I declare the May 2018 Duquesne University School of Law commencement ceremony open and direct the academic procession to begin. Will the audience please rise?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome all of you to the commencement exercises for the Duquesne University School of Law. I'm Stephen Baker McKee, Associate Dean of Teaching Excellence and Strategic Initiatives. To open this morning's program, I ask you to please stand and join in the singing of the national anthem. We will be led by Kate Kratzenberger. Thank you for joining us to celebrate such a very special day in the lives of our graduates, their families, and this institution. I'm pleased to announce that 120 graduates will receive the degree of Juris Doctor, and one graduate will receive the LLM for Foreign Lawyers degree. To begin the ceremonies, I ask Father Dan Walsh, University Chaplain and Director of Spiritan Campus Ministry at Duquesne University, to offer the invocation.
Let us pray. Loving God, your Spirit gives life, and we thank you for the life of these Duquesne graduates that we celebrate today. Thank you for their accomplishments and for bringing them to this day. Bless them with satisfying careers and happy homes. Reward their families and those who supported them in their studies. Continue to bless the faculty and staff of Duquesne's Law School, that they may educate more generations to serve and find meaning in giving of themselves. We make this prayer through the Spirit who continues to give life, and through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. At this time, I'm very pleased to introduce you to Hattie Louise Parent, a member of the class of 2018, who will speak on behalf of the graduates after presenting 3 special awards.
Before I begin, I'd like to announce the winners of the Student Bar Association Teaching Excellence Awards. This award is presented to professors who present an outstanding contribution in teaching. The professor who won this award for the fall is Professor Julian Neiser. The recipient of the Spring Award is Professor John Getz. And then I'd also like to present the Excellence in Teaching Award for the exceptional performance in the education of students in the School of Law. The class of 2018 recipient of this award is Professor Wilson Hoon. Fellow students, all of us are here today for the same reason, to receive the diploma that we worked so hard to earn. And although we're here together today for the same purpose, we did not all come to Duquesne Law for the same reason. On our first day of torts class, our 1L year, Dean Rooksby gave us our first assignment. He tasked us to write on a note card why we came to law school in 6 words or less. Sarah Watkins wrote, "For my powerful voice to be heard." Kirsten Hanna answered, "To do something worthwhile." Alan Page responded, "To initiate change." And Rachel Wenger replied, "To disturb the universe." Many responded that they wanted to help others or that they always wanted to be a lawyer. But of all the responses, no 2 answers were exactly the same. Yet we all still ended up here at Duquesne Law to achieve our different ambitions. Even though each of us walked through the doors of Hanley Hall for a different reason, we worked together while we were here to achieve our individual goals. Throughout the past 3 to 4 years, we had the opportunity to give life to our dreams by getting involved in different organizations that fed our passions. Teams of students traveled all over the country to compete in moot court and child advocacy competitions. Amy Curlin and Amanda Geary ranked amongst the top teams in the nation at the National Appellate Advocacy Competition. Kristen Hoffman and Amber McGee's talents were recognized when they won Best Overall Advocate and Best Opening Statement Award at their competitions. Members of the Public Interest Law Association raised money to provide scholarship funding for students to pursue their calling to work in the public sector, like Marissa Conlin and Joshua Allenberg. We participated in clinics together where we had the opportunity to jointly represent real clients and appear in court on their behalf. Lance Pagnotta and Andrea Friend lent a hand to those in need of counsel at the Family Law Clinic. Jacob Meller and Katie Mannion spent every Wednesday this past year in court representing veterans. Christy Logue and Jared Cipriani made Pittsburgh a better place to live through the Urban Development Practicum. And just a few weeks ago, Matt Goddard and Adrian Box had the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to argue in front of the Third Circuit, appealing their client's Sixth Amendment violation. We've achieved some pretty incredible things together. We also spent some not-so-glamorous moments together, like pulling late nights in the library or sneaking into our early morning classes just a few seconds late. We trekked to our jobs downtown together in the inclement Pittsburgh weather, sometimes enduring all 4 seasons in the same day. We spent the in-between moments together as well, like going to grab a bite to eat after class and swapping war stories about our clerkships over a drink. We worked very hard for the duration of law school and came together to achieve a lot of things to be proud of. But much like coming to law school for different reasons, we are leaving by embarking on different career paths. Some of us, like Randa Lewis and Nicole Prieto, will work for big law firms. Some of us will become advocates for public interest, like Brianna Zielinski and Natalie Tupta. Some will prosecute, like Drew Sheldon and Eleni Skizis. Others will defend, like Michael Zagari and Lyle Weaver. A few will even be using their degrees to honorably serve our country, like Amanda Perry and Kyle Lanning. But wherever our futures may take us, and for whatever reason that brought us here that we wrote on a note card on our first day of law school, we got here today together as a class. Throughout the past 3 to 4 years, we got to experience everything that Duquesne Law had to offer, and that experience was shared with 120 very special people. We had the support of some other very special people as well. Our friends, loved ones, family members, especially parents, like Bonnie and Kevin Parent, gave us an outpouring of love and encouragement through this journey and are owed a huge thank you for all they've done for us. It's been an amazing experience, and we will always have the memories we made together to look back on fondly, and we'll try to mentally block out the memories of being cold called to brief a case in class. But today, together, we become Juris Doctors. It's been an honor to share this experience with you. Congratulations, class of 2018. We did it.
It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the Honorable Maureen Lally Green, who is the 12th Dean of Duquesne University School of Law.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you, Hattie, for that wonderful, wonderful presentation. Certainly very, not only sentimental, but giving a lot of kudos to the incredible accomplishments that all of you have done over these past 3 or 4 years. It is quite inspirational for those of us up here on the stage. And what a fabulous year it has been. I am really so grateful for the gift of getting to know you, and to getting to know you either one-on-one or in the classroom, or as we strive to find that job or that opportunity that is just right for you. And I'm so grateful for the people up here on the stage and those that could not be with us. Nothing could happen here without the support of our faculty, our administration, and actually also our staff, who is so constant in their excellence in supporting of all of us. Thank you, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Martha Jordan, Associate Dean for Teaching Excellence and Strategic Initiatives, Stephen Baker McKee, Associate Dean for Administration, Jacob Brooksby, Assistant Dean for Students, Ella Quiznick, and Registrar Valerie Harper, for all that you did to make today as fabulous as it's going to be and as it is already. Thank you, Father Dan. Father Dan Walsh has been not only the Director of Spirit and Ministry here on campus, he's been kind of our father here at the law school. Regularly, once a week on Mondays, he would come and share at lunchtime with the students, with the faculty, administration, and staff. And so you became part of our family here, Father. It was such a privilege and a treasure for us to have you with us. Father's going to be leaving Duquesne. He's answered a call by our Bishop of Pittsburgh to return to a neighborhood that he served a number of years ago in the Hazelwood, Oakland, and Greenfield area. Those are the parishes of St. Paul's Cathedral, St. Rosalia, St. Regis, and St. Stephen's parishes. So, Father, while you'll just be 3 miles up the street, please know you're always welcome back to the family. We treasure you so. Thank you, Father. We're deeply also grateful to the members of our Board of Advisors and to our Alumni Association, many of whom are here today sharing this day with you. Many of you are the recipients of scholarships, or at least advice, mentoring, and sponsorship by these wonderful alums. And so we thank you for making the special effort of being here today. Thank you, Dean Brooksby, for your great service here. We sincerely wish you extremely good luck in all that you do, and wish you great success as you move to Gonzaga University, where you will become the next dean of the School of Law there. So best of luck in all you do, Dean Brooksby. And to our faculty, it is truly a privilege to serve with these excellent men and women who serve you. And finally, a most grateful thank you to our keynote speaker here today, Judge Thomas Hardiman, for being with us today, for being our speaker, and for being in our classrooms, working with our students. In a very real respect, you are not only a treasure to the law school, but to all of Pennsylvania. We just are so thankful you are with us here. My distinct pleasure now and privilege is to announce a couple of recognitions. First is an award to one of our faculty members. And it is an award that is called the John E. and Liz Murray Award for Faculty Scholarship. It is an award created by our former president and chancellor, John Murray. Many of you, or maybe some of you, have met him. He passed in 2015, but he was definitely an icon here. And his first wife, Liz, predeceased him. They together, though, had established a scholarship award both for faculty and students. And the faculty award is for scholarship that is of the excellence category. So today, we honor one of our faculty members who has achieved the highest level of excellence in scholarly achievement in a lifetime of excellence in scholarly achievement. So I am most privileged to share with you the awardee, the name of the awardee of this scholarship, and it is our own Professor Nancy Perkins. Nancy, would you come up? And we have here an award, which is, this is for you. This is the award. It's very heavy, and I'm going to rip the paper, but it's quite impressive. There you go.
It is? Yeah. Thank you. Want to say a word? I won't take much time. I am very thankful for this and very surprised by this. I will just say that scholarship is integral to teaching, and I think that is a lesson I have learned here at Duquesne over the years, and I will certainly treasure it. Thank you.
Congratulations. I'll give you, Nancy. The second recognition is of a different kind. It deals with a highly respected and accomplished colleague of ours for many, many years, and that is our own Professor Ron Ritchie. A number of you may know that he is retiring at the end of this academic year and moving on to the next stage of his life. He couldn't be with us here today. However, we have to take a moment or two to recognize him. He has an amazing reputation as an excellent professor in the classroom and as a great servant of students. He joined the faculty about 36 years ago, so almost 4 decades he was with us. And he served during that time as Associate Dean. He is the resident expert in corporations, securities regulations, accounting for lawyers. He just has brought to so many of us a deep understanding of those areas of the law. So I will personally deliver to Professor Ritchie his award, but I thought I would share with you the inscription that is on the award that we will give him. It's way down there, but I have it here too. So this is the inscription. It's called, on his award, honoring your many years of selfless dedication to the students of Duquesne University School of Law, presented this day, May 25th, 2018. So to Professor Ritchie, we will miss you. We wish you the best of luck, and please enjoy retirement and the next phase of your life. And now I have the great honor of introducing our president, Ken Gormley, who will give a few remarks and introduce our commencement speaker. A graduate of the University of Pittsburgh and of Harvard Law School, Professor Gormley joined the law faculty here in 1994, serving both as professor and eventually as dean of the School of Law. And during that time, he and the law school community underwent a transformational change that elevated the law school actually to national preeminence. In July of 2016, Ken Gormley became the 13th president of Duquesne University, and in doing so, he became the 3rd president of the university, lay president of the university in its 140-year history. Ken's first 2 years here as president has been marked by achievement in almost every school of the university. But I note one because it impacted the law school, and that is that the law school was the recipient of the largest individual gift ever received by Duquesne University, and it is now reflected in the Thomas R. Klein Center for Judicial Education. So we're extremely proud of that, and also thank Ken for his efforts in making that happen. He is a renowned constitutional scholar and also the author of books, 3 books, one on Watergate and Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox, one on the battles between President Clinton and Ken Starr, and that indeed was a New York Times bestseller, and a book on the presidents and the constitutions, which has become the base of a course he continues to teach in the undergraduate arena. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, and graduates to be, please welcome the 13th president of Duquesne University, our colleague and our very good friend, President Ken Gormley. You want me to take it?
Thank you very much, Dean Lolly Green, and thank you for your extraordinary leadership of the law school. We greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, congratulations to our graduates assembled today. You know, we haven't had a chance to meet your families, so could we see the parents of the graduates, significant others, spouses? Could you please stand so we can see you here? Okay, graduates, stand up, wave, blow kisses to them, say hello. Come on. This is an exciting moment. We want you to enjoy every minute of it. So I can tell you that all of us are extremely proud of the class of 2018. I recruited many of these students. I taught some of them, worked closely with others when I was dean of the law school. So I can vouch for the fact that there are some individuals of character, and there are also some characters in this class. In fact, I went over the graduation roster this morning, saw a couple of names that I wanted to do a double take. I'm not talking about you, Pat Santone, don't worry. But I checked all of the transcripts with Val and Heather, and everyone really is going to graduate. So you're good to go here, everyone. I know this class of graduates, ladies and gentlemen. They are defined by a collective sense of integrity. They have big hearts and want to add to the shining luster of the legal profession, a profession that occupies a niche at the very heart of the American system of law and justice. Ladies and gentlemen, I can personally vouch for the class of 2018, and I can't imagine a better class to walk across the stage today as part of the 107th commencement of Duquesne University School of Law, which leads me to our commencement speaker today. Judge Thomas Hardiman, as you can see from your pamphlet, is one of the leading figures in American law today, and his remarkable career is inextricably linked here to Western Pennsylvania. Judge Hardiman gained national attention last year when he was widely reported to be one of the top 2 finalists whom President Trump was considering to fill the seat of the late Justice Antonin Scalia on the United States Supreme Court. But despite this national fanfare, this judge has been familiar to us on the Pittsburgh legal scene and here at Duquesne Law School for years. Tom Hardiman grew up in Massachusetts. He drove a cab for his father's taxi business, Waltham Central Square Taxi, to save money for during high school for college, went on to earn his bachelor's degree at Notre Dame, the first member of his family to earn a college degree. He then went to Georgetown, where he earned his law degree and served as the notes and comments editor of the Georgetown Law Review. The future Judge Hardiman went on to work as a litigation associate for the prestigious Skadden Arps firm in Washington, D.C., before moving to Pittsburgh in 1992. It turns out his fellow Georgetown law student and then fiance, Lori Zappala, lived here. And let me say, it was very wise, Judge Hardiman, to follow Lori here. You not only ended up with a fabulous spouse, but also the greatest city in the world, so a double benefit of that move. Lori, can you please stand up, and your son, Matt, so we can recognize you? So, I know a little bit about Judge Hardiman's career trajectory because I was one of the lawyers on the hiring committee who interviewed him for a position at the firm of Sindrich and Titus, where I was then practicing law. So myself and Bob Sindrich, the managing partner who himself went on to become a federal judge, sat down with this hotshot young lawyer from Washington, D.C., and said, well, if you come here, we can probably pay you a third of what you're making in Washington. And his head jolted up, and we went on, well, that's pretty good, really. You'll learn to be a real lawyer here. You'll be in court by next week. You'll be arguing cases in the Court of Appeals. You'll be given responsibilities that you never imagined. So you may not make as much money, but you will be prepared to serve clients with the highest degree of professionalism and ethics, and that is what this job is really about. And so this young lawyer got up from his chair and he said, sign me up, I'm in. And Tom Hardiman went on to become one of the top lawyers in the city in short order. He handled every type of complex litigation in both state and federal court. He negotiated important deals for large corporations. He handled pro bono cases, including a double homicide death penalty case. He honed his skills as a masterful writer of appellate briefs, drawing from his own life experiences and communicating his arguments with crystal clarity and with passion. After the firm restructured himself, Tom Hardiman joined Reed Smith in 1999 as a partner, specializing in trial and appellate work. Here, his reputation continued to soar. In 2003, he was nominated by President George W. Bush to serve on the trial court in the United States District Court for the Western District of Pennsylvania. He served with distinction in that role, gaining the admiration of lawyers and his fellow jurists. 4 years later, President Bush nominated Judge Hardiman for a promotion to the United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit. He was confirmed unanimously by the U.S. Senate and remains in that seat today. In each of these positions, his understanding of and compassion for people, his practical know-how, his eloquent writing, and his belief in the fundamental dignity of all persons who are made in God's image has allowed him to rise to the top of his profession and set new professional excellence bars. Judge Hardiman has been a member of our adjunct faculty now for 6 years, so I know some of you have taken his course in advanced constitutional law. He's a stellar professor. His reviews are off the charts. It's a little embarrassing. He actually took over that advanced con law class from me, but his reviews are better than mine, so I'm a little bit jealous. But his many contributions go way beyond the classroom. In 2011, for instance, when this law school was celebrating its 100th anniversary, he joined me and Justice Samuel Alito of the Supreme Court for a special program in the Vatican for Duquesne Law alums and our students, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. In 2013, he helped moderate a program with me with Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas that was attended by over 1,200 people and broadcast nationally on C-SPAN. In 2013, he moderated another panel discussion put together by our own Professor Wes Oliver on criminal justice, race, and the media in light of the Trayvon Martin case. So he has been a visible, energetic part of the law school community, but he has also given to this community in less visible ways. And I wanted to share one of those ways, because perhaps most telling of his character was his quiet establishment of a special scholarship named for his parents, who had emphasized to him the importance of education, and to him and the 5 children. So the Robert and Judith Hardiman Scholarship fittingly benefits primarily first-generation college students, young men and women who follow the path he once did. A total of 11 Hardiman Scholarship Awards have now been made to date, literally helping to make legal education possible for deserving recipients. And we have one of those distinguished Hardiman scholars graduating today, Amber McGee, who grew up in Dublin, PA, and Bucks County, attended Washington and Jefferson, has really contributed to the energy of the class. Where are you, Amber? Come on, stand up. Let's see Amber. Amber plans to do immigration and asylum work, so we're very proud of her. But from driving a taxi through the streets of Waltham, Massachusetts, to recognition as one of America's top legal minds, our speaker's story demonstrates the transformational power of legal education, the impact that an individual's passion for law and justice can have. We're proud to count him among our Duquesne Law School family, and I want you graduates to see from his example that it is possible to devote yourselves to the law, to the best interests of your clients, whatever their backgrounds, and to the highest standards of professional ethics, and not only succeed, but make our system of law and justice work for each citizen touched by your work. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker for today's special commencement ceremony, a great friend, a jurist of extraordinary talent, dedication, and integrity, the Honorable Thomas M. Hardiman.
Thank you, President Gormley, for that kind introduction. I wish I recognized the person about whom you were speaking. 26 years ago, you offered me one of life's greatest gifts, a job. It was a privilege to work with you at that extraordinary little law firm, Sindrich and Titus. We were together there only briefly because you left to pursue a career in academia soon after your unsuccessful defense of a man who, according to the Superior Court, was found harboring 23 roosters in cages, groomed in a manner specific to cockfighting. I didn't make that up. It's in the reports. So many of the good things that have happened to me in my career are the result of the opportunities that you, Bob Sindrich, and Paul Titus provided, for which I'm eternally grateful. Even more importantly, Ken, I have valued our friendship over the last quarter century. It's hard to believe it's been that long. It's been a pleasure to see how your dedication, scholarship, and tireless work ethic have elevated this law school and university. And better still, my favorite thing about you, and will always be my favorite thing about you, you can take the boy out of Swissvale, but you can't take the Swissvale out of the boy. Dean Lally Green, distinguished faculty, guests, family and friends, it is certainly my privilege to say to the Duquesne Law class of 2018, congratulations, you made it. Although there probably were moments when it seemed like your studies would never end, I suspect that you now feel as though these 3 or 4 years passed rather quickly. You've invested a lot of time, effort, and money to earn this degree. Some of you know what type of law you want to practice and where you want to do it, while others are still figuring those things out. But for each one of you, today does present an opportunity to pause and consider what it means to be a graduate of Duquesne Law. Based on my experience teaching here over the past 6 years, let me offer a few reasons why Duquesne is special. First, and most importantly, your professors have taught you what you need to know to pass the bar exam. Of the almost 200 law schools in the country, Duquesne ranks in the top 5th for bar passage. The law school emphasizes this point for a good reason. You can't help people solve their legal problems if you don't have a license to practice law. And as I mentioned to my students in our seminar on advanced constitutional law, there are just 2 things you need to do to pass the bar. Study hard and don't panic. After you pass the bar, though, then what? Well, it's up to you. One of the best things about a law degree is that it opens many doors. Those of you who have participated in Duquesne's trial advocacy and moot court programs are ready to hit the ground running in the hectic world of litigation. And history shows that some of you surely will become judges. When I began practicing law in Pittsburgh, it was astounding to see how many judges are Duquesne graduates. In fact, when I first considered a career in the judiciary myself, I remember wondering if a Duquesne law degree was a prerequisite to being a judge in Pittsburgh. Your own dean, Maureen Lally Green, served with distinction for more than 10 years on the Superior Court of Pennsylvania. 2 of the 7 Pennsylvania Supreme Court justices, Max Baer and Christine Donahue, are Duquesne law graduates. 4 of your alumni sit on the Superior Court, 1 serves on the Commonwealth Court, and many, many others are state trial judges. You're well represented in the federal courts as well. Chief Judge Joy Flowers Conti of the Western District of Pennsylvania is an alumna, as are former Chief Judge Donetta Ambrose, Judge David Sircone, and former colleagues Terry McVeary and Gus Diamond. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit, where I sit, has been served by 4 graduates of Duquesne Law, including Tim Lewis and the late Carol Lose-Mansman. The number and caliber of judges who graduated from this institution bears testament to the value of a Duquesne law education and should serve as a reminder to you to never stop pursuing your dreams. Not only is Duquesne producing judges, it's educating them. Just last year, as was mentioned, Duquesne graduate Thomas Klein, who's one of the most successful trial lawyers in the country, established a Center for Judicial Education here. This partnership between the law school and the Pennsylvania courts will be of great service to the judges of this Commonwealth, as well as to the bar and the public. The law is, of course, about much more than going to court, as you well know. Some of you will have no interest in litigation, like my wife, Lori, who is a corporate lawyer and an MBA. You would rather build things for mutual profit instead of arguing all day. Some of you will negotiate leases and contracts, work on patent applications, and advise companies in an increasingly complex legal and regulatory environment. And some of you will pursue careers in business, education, or government. The versatility of a Duquesne law education is exemplified by my father-in-law, Richard Zappala, a 1963 graduate of the night program here. Dick thought he would use his engineering and law degrees to practice patent law, but his experience working in government and corporate patent offices taught him otherwise, so he switched to real estate law. For over a decade, he helped clients acquire land and develop it for commercial use. He then left the law to start an investment banking firm. After that firm was acquired by a larger one, he used his knowledge and experience to start a real estate development company. After doing that for almost 20 years, in his mid-60s, he became a founding member of a local bank. Now, at age 80, he's fond of saying that someday he will figure out what he wants to do when he grows up. This one man's career is proof that a Duquesne law degree can take you many places, both inside and outside the practice of law, And these are places that you can't possibly anticipate on graduation day. The lesson, I think, for all of you is simple. Expect the unexpected. Another characteristic that distinguishes Duquesne Law graduates, and this is my favorite one, is your tenacity. Many of you are first-generation college graduates, and most of you are the first in your family to become a lawyer. Several of you have worked your way through school, some even holding down full-time jobs during the day while going to school at night. The challenges you have had to overcome in doing so, I assure you, have made you stronger. You know how to juggle many responsibilities at once. You know how to work hard. You take nothing for granted. You share these important experiences and attributes with the spirits and fathers who, for over 300 years now, have thrived in spite of tremendous adversity, courageously fighting for the poor and oppressed. Follow their example and remember that nothing worth doing in life comes easily. Last, but certainly not least, the hallmark of a Duquesne lawyer is the desire to serve others. Many of you have served those in need through your pro bono work with the Tribone Center for Clinical Legal Education. For 5 years now, Duquesne students have had the opportunity to provide free legal representation to real clients with real legal problems, with talented and committed faculty to guide you. Some, including 2 of you who are graduating today, nice work, Matthew and Adrienne, have even argued in our court. This pro bono work is critical to this school's mission to train lawyers to a high degree of professional skill with a special Catholic sensitivity to ethical and moral concerns. And through this work, you do credit to the school's motto, Salus Populi Suprema Lex, the welfare of the people is the highest law. Now, many claim that our nation has too many lawyers. Maybe that's true. But it's also true that the nation doesn't have enough good lawyers. And by a good lawyer, I don't mean how well you argue in court or negotiate a contract or write a will. I'm talking about the most important things in life, like whether you're a loving spouse, a devoted child, a loyal sibling, a true friend, and a good neighbor. Your Duquesne law education has cultivated these characteristics within you and has prepared you to become the type of lawyer the entire profession can take pride in. And the first thing any good lawyer should do is to properly thank your family and friends. Without their support and guidance, you never would have been able to reach this milestone. Let me end with one of my favorite fables. Years ago, a traveler in the mountains of Italy came upon 3 laborers working hard, breaking marble. The traveler asked the first laborer, "What are you doing?" He said curtly, "I'm breaking rocks." When the second was asked the same question, he said, "I'm working hard to feed my family." The third laborer gave a very different answer. He said, "I'm building a cathedral." As you begin your careers, most things will be outside your control. You're likely to be at the beck and call of more senior lawyers who will dictate what kind of work you will do and how much of it you will do. And even when you're the top lawyer on a matter, you'll be at the mercy of clients and judges. This is, after all, a service profession. But the one critical thing within your control is the mindset that you bring to each day. It's your choice how to handle it. You can complain petulantly, you can be grateful to be earning a living, or you can radiate a sense of mission about your vocation and purpose in life. Now descend from this bluff, get your hands dirty, and build cathedrals.
Thank you, Judge Hardiman, for that wonderful, wonderful speech, presentation, and in some sense, history lesson, but I don't think any one of us will ever forget that Build the Cathedral challenge. It's just beautiful. Thank you. Next, it's my honor to present the law school's top 3 student awards. These are presented to incredibly deserving graduates, and they are the highest honors that the law school can bestow on its graduates. The first is called the John J. Shulo Peer Excellence Award, and it's named in honor of the 8th Dean of the School of Law at Duquesne, and our Dean John Shulo was here from, actually served as dean from 1982 to 1993. This award is very special because it is from you to a colleague in your class. And the language of the award is as follows: the graduate who, in the judgment of his or her graduates, of classmates, demonstrates the qualities that reflect that he or she is worthy of the admiration and respect of fellow students. So here to say a few words to announce the recipient is law graduate Melissa Lewis. Melissa, will you please come up?
Over the last 4 years, I have watched this recipient demonstrate their dedication, honor, compassion, and willingness to help others time and time again. For example, just this last semester, this recipient called to ask me if I was prepared for a trial competition which began in less than 12 hours. In tears, I replied, no. I had just rewritten my closing only moments before and knew that I would never have it memorized by the next day. No more than an hour later, after coming back from a coffee and a cry in the library bathroom, there in my somehow now unlocked study room sat this recipient holding my new closing in his hand, ready to help me memorize it by the next morning. He had left work, where he clerked for Judge Ivasovic de Luciente, simply to help a classmate in need. Evidenced by the unanimous student board vote in his favor for this award, there was no one more deserving. Raymond A. Savacka III, please stand and be recognized as the recipient of the John Joe Shulo Peer Excellency Award.
Thank you, Melissa, for those lovely remarks, and congratulations, Ray. The next award is the Dr. Johnny and Liz Murray Award for Excellence in Student Scholarship, kind of a parallel to the Faculty Scholarship. This is an award that our former president and chancellor also funded to recognize student scholarship. And it's presented to a graduating student who has an article published in the Duquesne University School of Law Law Review that is deemed by the faculty advisor to the advisors to the Law Review to be the most outstanding work of scholarship in the Law Review, published in the Law Review in the past year. And I am pleased, very pleased to announce that the recipient of this year's Dr. John E. and Liz Murray Student Scholarship Award is Samantha Gabriella Zimmer. Samantha, please stand. And congratulations. And the final award that I'm privileged to present today on behalf of the law school faculty, and it is called the Distinguished Student Award. It's presented to the graduating student who, in the judgment of the faculty, has displayed general scholastic excellence and who has performed meritorious service to the School of Law. And I am delighted to announce that the recipient of this year's Distinguished Student Award is Amanda Gary. Amanda. Finally, please note that a complete listing of all the awards that our students have received, and there are many, will be posted on the School of Law's website after the ceremony ends. So please consult that. So a huge congratulations to Ray, to Samantha, and to Amanda.
Commencement ceremonies are important occasions to come together, to reflect on our mission and goals, to remember happy and good times, and to celebrate accomplishments and excellence. For this reason, we take great pride in calling forward the law school's graduating students who have distinguished themselves through their academic achievements. It is to these women and men that we dedicate today's program. To begin the presentation of diplomas, I ask Assistant Dean of Students Ella Quiznick to come forward and announce the names of the graduating students. President Ken Gormley will assist in the presentation of diplomas.
Will the graduating class of 2018 of the Duquesne University School of Law please come forward? May I ask that you hold your applause until all names have been announced. Eric Aga Rad. Joshua Donald Allenberg. Eric Altpeter. Thomas Anthony Babensack. Mason A. Barnhart. Joseph Boblitz. Eduardo Jose Benatuil Egui. Peter Berger. Brittany Marie Biesterfeld. Brooke Blackman, cum laude. Nicolette Blackwell. Rachel Ann Blistan. Cara Bonando. Adrian Michelle Box. Taylor Jean Nicole Brooks. Rebecca A. Brushka. Andrew Alexander Carpenter. Jared Anthony Ciprioni. Marissa R. Conlon. Margaret Mary Cooney, magna cum laude. Taylor Marie Korn. Lee Irene Cox. Marin Elizabeth Cipher. Jessica Marie Dower. Paige Deely. Matthew DeSantis. Pilar Diaz. Jamie Marie Drennan. Jamie's being hooded by her father, Associate Dean James Drennan from the School of Pharmacy. Catherine D. Enright, cum laude. Haley Kathleen Farrell, cum laude. Brian D. Farrington. Courtney Farrington. Vincent C. Farah. Carly Marie Fisher. Andrea Friend. Nicholas Anthony Frost. Lucas Benjamin Gatton. Amanda Geary, summa cum laude. Anthony T. Gestrich, summa cum laude. Angela Gilio. Matthew B. Goddard, magna cum laude. Timothy Thomas Graham. Frank Richard Gustine. Christian Hakim. Kirsten E. Hanna. Kristen Elizabeth Hoffman, cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Hoover. Cynthia A. Howell. Taylor Alexandra Infante. Benjamin Jackson, magna cum laude. Amy M. Curlin, summa cum laude. Kathleen Mary Klapkowski. Marissa Cole, cum laude. Kristen Elizabeth Curon. John Lamb. Cal Patrick Lanning, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Leonard. Jesse J. Levitt. Melissa C. Lewis. Randa M. Lewis. Christy Ann Logue. Catherine Ann Mannion. Sadie Merrick. Dominic Maley, cum laude. Mark Andrew Mazza, cum laude. Kate Elizabeth McCarthy, cum laude. Amber Lynn McGee. Catherine Ann McKay. Jacob Mellor. Richard Aldo Monti. Zachary Robert Morano. Carissa N. Murphy. Jordan Nellis. Christopher Lawrence O'Shea, magna cum laude. Grant A. Olson. Alan P. Page IV. Lance Michael Pagnotta. Hattie Louise Parent. Stephen Maxwell Paskowski. Amanda Lee Perry. Jason Eric Pyatt, magna cum laude. Susan Marie Pickup. Susan is being hooded by her aunt, who's Dean Mary Ellen Glasgow from the School of Nursing. Joel Edward Politis, Jr. Nicole De Leon Prieto. Arbaz Rao. Jenna A. Ratitza. Philip Edsel Raymond. Gina Marie Robinson, summa cum laude. Patrick J. Santone. Raymond A. Savaco III. Emily Elizabeth Shanahan. Joelle Shaughnessy. Drew A. Sheldon, cum laude. Catherine Simmers, summa cum laude. Lady Fotini Skezes. Harish Srinivas. Tyler Ross Stinger, cum laude. Bryson Stephen. Margaret May Stockdale. Zachary E. Streets. Brianna Irene Solensky. Danielle Maria Tambellini. Alexander Joseph Delaney. Natalie Ann Tupta, cum laude. Brendan Turley. Jacob Udanis. Andrew James Urko, summa cum laude. Sarah Jessica Watkins. Lyle Tyler Weaver. Rachel Wenger. Matthew John Charles Wordle. Matthew Weischek. Elizabeth Wolf. Andrew Douglas Yetzer. William Patrick Young. Michael John Zagari. Danielle Zitak. Samantha Gabriella Zimmer, cum laude. T. Gory Zutz. As Dean of the Duquesne University School of Law, and on behalf of the law school faculty, I present you, President Gormley, these graduating students. They have completed their academic curriculum and are entitled to recognition. President Gormley, please confer on them the degrees they have earned.
Could I ask the graduates to stand, please? As President of Duquesne University of the Holy Spirit, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of Duquesne University and by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Juris Doctor with all of the rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations, it's official.
And for one last comment, to you, our graduates, we are so proud of you. Know that you have enriched our lives, and we have every confidence that you will enrich the lives of all those within whom you come in contact. You are the future of our profession. And in many respects, you are the protector of our society. I trust that each of you can make a difference in all that you encounter and be the difference in the lives of others. Finally, to many of the true heroes here, to you, the parents, to you, the spouses, the families, to you, the special friends and and guardians of our graduates. Thank you for your amazing support of these students, now graduates, as they went through their 3 or 4 years of law school. And before we depart, I ask our graduates to take a moment to stand and to applaud you. So, may I ask our graduates to stand and turn to wherever family, friends are and show appreciation. God bless you all, and may the warm winds of good fortune always be at your back. Congratulations.
To close these ceremonies, I ask Father Walsh to offer the benediction.
Lord, bless these new graduates of Duquesne University's law school, that they may always recognize your blessing and your presence in their lives. Give them satisfying careers, homes where love dwells, and friends and families that support them. Let your blessing accompany them today and always. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Congratulations.
This concludes our 2018 commencement ceremony, probably the most popular words today. I ask that you please remain in place while the faculty and graduates leave the auditorium, and then we'd like to invite you all to join us immediately after this event for a reception in the Student Union Ballroom. Thank you.